morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Wow, it is a scorcher today. It is absolutely boiling here. I think we've just looked at the car and what was the 30 odd degrees? It is
35.
just 35 degrees. It's ridiculously hot.
Which
I'm
is
melting.
98.
But this will just be a reasonably brief show, just with a bit of news and chat before Jim and I spend the afternoon in the swimming pool. But as always, every day I'm joined by Jimbo. How are you doing, Jimbo?
Good, thank you. Very warm, but I've got my water to keep hydrated.
Yes, stay hydrated, people. This weather is absolutely madness. It's like Ben said to me yesterday, you don't sort of get a build up where it starts getting warm. You have crap weather and then it's boiling. It's like madness. But yeah, apart from that, all is good in the hood. Not many in today. I know there's a couple of other people streaming. Like I say, it's not going to be a long show, literally just a catch-up show before the England game tonight. We have got Jose in. Hope you're well, Jose. Good to see you. Congrats again on smashing through 500 subscribers.
Yeah, well done, Jose. You deserve it.
Yeah, not sure why it took so long, but glad you got there because you definitely do deserve it. Jimbo, obviously, we got the news last night that because Albania lost their match in the Euros, England have made it through to the last 16. For you, I know that was never in doubt. Do you see us progressing further? I mean, obviously, if we finish first, we avoid playing Germany next, which is a key thing. So do you expect us to win tonight?
Yeah, I expect us to win. I think we only need a draw to finish top. So,
right,
yeah,
okay.
I expect us to win comfortably as well. I know everyone thinks it's never comfortable with England, but we're going to get better. People have got to remember that we played 2 games. We had 4 points. It's the beginning of the tournament, so it's never easy in these tournaments. There's never really massively easy games. There's games you should win, but they're still not going to be easy. Teams out there want to on the world stage, so they want to show what they can do. So we had 4 points from the first 2 games, so which is not a disaster. That practically guarantees you to get out of the group stages. So it's not all like doom and gloom. They haven't played well, but they can only get better. I don't think they can get worse.
Well, I mean, the news as well came out yesterday. David Ornstein broke the news that Southgate is dropping Trent Alexander-Arnold and bringing in Gallagher, which kind of fills me with a bit of hope because that looks a far more attacking setup. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold hasn't really impressed this tournament. Jim, do you think that's a wise move?
Yeah, I think it's a really good move because he's playing him out of position for starters. And why are you smiling?
Because he put Spain look monstrous. Jose broke the news.
Yeah, it was. I forgot the question now. Trent. Yeah, he's been playing him out of position, so he hasn't performed well. And Gallagher will always give you that little bit of oomph. He gets stuck in, and I think he'll get things moving in that midfield, and he'll work hard and win the ball back. And so, yeah.
Big up, Dragon. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it sounds more attacking with Gallagher coming in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. I do think we will win tonight. Like you say, we haven't been very good, so we can really only get better. And I expect us to beat. Is it Slovakia or Slovenia? I get so confused.
Slovenia.
I expect us to beat them tonight. Hang on, let me look. Yeah, Slovenia. France have got Poland tonight. Netherlands have got Austria, Denmark, Serbia. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how far I think we're going to go in this tournament. I certainly don't think we'll win it. As Jose said, Spain looked very good. I still think Germany looked very good. Portugal have impressed me as well. France, you know, even though they're not ripping up trees at the minute, they're missing chances. If they scored all their chances, they would be winning by big margins. So I think there's a lot of teams that are better than us in the tournament. But it'll be interesting to see how far we go. Big up Revanite, good to see you. We're good, thank you. Hope you're well and not melting.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, I think a lot of people. I know I did think that the background positioning makes it look like Jim's been working out. Look at you, look, you've got Modric's body.
I've been working out, Reverend.
Yeah.
Look at my.
Yeah, he's been working out what to eat. That's what it is. Big up, Guna. Hope you're well, darling. Good to see you. But yeah, like I say, it'd be interesting to see how far we go. I think even if we won the tournament, I think I said it the other day, I think Gareth Southgate's time is up. But we are through, so it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Woo! Phil P is in the house. Big up, Phil. Talking of Modric, obviously last night, Croatia, he missed a penalty but did score the goal. And because Italy got their last minute equaliser, Croatia look like they are going home. Modric, 39, I think he is, 38, 39. Yeah. This looks like it probably will be his last tournament, even though he is going to play for Real Madrid next year. Just how good is Modric? I mean, what a player.
Well, he's not only one of the best midfielders there's ever been. He's just a lovely man. What an example to younger people he is. You know, he's just such a role model. And what a player. I mean, we had him. How lucky was we to have him for the time we had him? Yeah, he's just off the planet player and off the planet human being. Yeah, there's not much more you can say about the man. He's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Wow, Revanite, impressive. 4 stone down, incredible. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, well done.
I mean, I felt sorry for him. The goal went in. He's been taken off. There's nothing he can do. You know, it's yeah, that's right. That is right. If England actually win comfortably against Slovenia, then Croatia will go through. But because of the way England's been playing, nobody's really expecting that to happen. But of course, it could happen. Big up to you, Joseph. We've missed you too. Glad to see you. But yeah, I mean, it's sad if he bows out that way. So unlucky to be in front all that time. Obviously, he did miss a penalty, but I just think people underestimate what a wonderful player Modric is. He won the Ballon d'Or.
He's one of the best players that's ever walked the planet, Kate. There's no argument about it. He's a magician.
Yeah, and like you say, a great human being.
Yeah.
He always lifts his game for his team and his country. It's not like a lot of these good players play better for their country or play better for their club, but he just is a phenomenal talent. And like you say, I think we were so blessed to have him for as long as we did and to be able to watch him grow. And now he stepped up, went to Real Madrid, and yeah, just the most incredible player, one of the best players we've had for a long time. So I kind of hope, even though they beat us before, I kind of hope that we smash them tonight, Slovenia, and Croatia go through, because I'd love to see him go out on a high. Luka Modric, I think he deserves it. I'm a real gooner says, I'm down to 4 coconut ice creams a day now. That's about my thing as well. But yeah, Revanite, incredible achievement. Make sure if you haven't done so, go over and subscribe to Jose. Big up, Jose. Big up, Chelsea boy. Not seen you for a few days. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I'd put Jim up there with Messi and Ronaldo, if not better. He's a team player. I think he means I'd put him up there, not you, Jim. I think he means him. Smash the likes of the stream. Make comments. Thank Jim a sub to this channel. Yeah, please do. I know I've been a little bit lax on the channel lately. We've sort of got back in touch with family that we haven't seen for a long time. So it's been a lot of family time, but I am going to be uploading more content, and come the new season, there's going to be loads of new things. Also, don't forget, we've got the members giveaway. We've got a photograph signed by 9 Tottenham legends, Mickey Hazard, Ozzy Ardiles, Falco, Galvin, Dick, what are the other ones, Jim? Roberts. It's on the community page. If you're a member, if you're a member, you've got a chance to win it. The draw will be at the beginning of August, so don't forget that's going on. We've also got the Euros draw will be going on once the competition finishes, and some new shows coming next season. So yeah, do bear with me. I have lacked a little bit, but I'm back. Big up Shemtan, good to see you. We're good, thank you. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for being a member for 3 months. Thank you very, very much. I'm good, enjoying the good weather in England for once. How have you been? We're great, just melting, thank you. But we're very lucky. My sister's got a big swimming pool in her garden, so we will be plunging in there this afternoon. Afternoon, Paul G, good to see you. And also Chrysandro, good to see you. It is a scorcher today, 98, I think it is here. I actually feel like I am melting. Big up, Ellie. Lovely to see you. Up the Spurs. Hope you're well, Ellie. Lovely. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to touch on Modric just because I just think he's amazing. Little bit of blah, 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 what do you call it? Transfer news came out. Alistair Gold confirmed it. Tottenham are open to offers for Richarlison this window because they've been concerned, disappointed, however you want to put it, let down by the amount of injuries he has. Jim, do you see anyone coming in for him? How do you see this panning out?
I think with Richie it's a difficult one because I think Tottenham won't be overly bothered if they keep him. I think it'd be one if someone comes in with the right offer, here go. But what that right offer is, I don't know. I think they won't get their money back. You're right, Lee.
Je m'appelle Lee Smithy Smith, live and direct from a 32 degrees Paris. I'm rinsing cafe Wi-Fi. If and when I can have a good stream. Love you both. I'll ring Jim when I'm back. Big up, Smithy. Just when I'm talking about Richarlison, he appears. It's like he knows. Go on, Jim. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's one where I don't think they'd be that bothered if he stays. So I think they'd be looking to recuperate most of their money back, which I think they struggle to do, Kate. So I think it's if I had to put a bet on it, I would say it'd be next season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not Richie's biggest fan. However, I don't really want to see him go and us get somebody in that's no better than him. I'd rather keep him. But
do you like
his injury, I know it was a really well placed photo. That I think his injuries are very concerning. You know, I know he's never scored more than 13, but if he hadn't been injured, who's to say he wouldn't have smashed it? I think we need to do better. I think we could do better. But I don't think they're selling unless they get near enough their money back, which the only way I can see that happening is if Saudi come in. And will we go to Saudi? It's a lot of ifs, buts, and monkey nuts, but we'll see. Good morning, Jason Bell. Go on, Jim.
You don't know. Saudi might come in with an offer that he can't refuse. You know, which they can do.
Sebastian Zemensky has agreed personal terms with Tottenham on a 4-year contract. Spurs and Fenerbahce are in talks to finalise a transfer for the midfielder. Fenerbahce wants Spurs to raise their initial 17.5 million bid. One to look out for. There's so many rumours and things at the minute. Until Ornstein or Romano say it, I'm a little bit on the fence. Jason said, if we sell Richie, we need 2 strikers. I don't think that's going to happen. The striker market is so bad at the minute. Everybody needs a striker. Everyone wants a striker, and there's just not the strikers out there. Yep, he did. Dragon D's nuts is right. He did say he doesn't want to leave England. He wants to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, but you know what? If the right offer comes in, and it might turn his head, and Saudi can do that. You never know. Never say never.
They can, but then there's been players like, was it Henderson who went and then wanted to come back, and another player that came back. I don't think it's the go to Saudi. I don't see us getting the money we want, so I do think he'll be here next season. I hope he proves us all wrong, because I always want our players to do well. So big up, Steve. Lee says, before I go, Auntie Kate, what did you say live on stream? King Richie. I did. King Richie, there you go. I hope he comes good if he stays. I really do. Question, Richarlison is our Pepe, complete waste of money. For me, Pepe was more of a waste of money because Richarlison has contributed to goals and assists. But he hasn't lived up to his price tag. by any means. I mean, anyone who says he has is bonkers. But yeah, I mean, Jim, I know you've always liked Richie. He's not really been someone I've ever really wanted. But what do you think?
I don't think he's been a complete waste of money. I think that he's pulled us out of the crap for some games. So I wouldn't say a complete waste of money, but we paid too much for him. We knew that when we bought him, and they're never going to get that back. But I wouldn't say a complete waste of money. And he's had his injuries. When he had one of his operations, he come back and he had a 6-game spell where he was banging goals in. So
I do honestly. I'm not just saying that. I think Pepe was more of a flop for Arsenal than Richie has been. Ndombele, yes, he was a complete waste of money. But Richarlison's contributed. He's come on. He's won games for us. Pepe never really done anything in an Arsenal shirt, if I remember rightly. I think it's a bit unfair to say he's been a complete waste of money. I don't rate him. We overpaid. And if I could get better, I'd have him out in a heartbeat. But I don't think he was a complete waste of money.
They paid a lot more for Pepe, didn't they?
I think so. I think they did, yeah. Yeah, Jason, who turned down the chance to play in front of dozens of fans in Saudi in the boiling hot? Yeah, exactly that. Could he go back to Everton if they sell Braithwaite? See, I've been saying that since the day we signed him, and he's not been great for us. I kept saying loan him back to Everton. Everton are crying out for Richie. Everton fans love Richie. Richie loves Everton. For me, it's a match made in heaven if they've got the money. Which, of course, if they sell Braithwaite, they will have. So it's a good call. I think that's a really good call, Revanite, to be fair.
And well, according to Everton, we underpaid for him, so they should give us our money back.
Exactly. Yes, Ellie, Phil P is definitely the handsome one. How do you see today's game going versus Slovenia? Jim, what's your score prediction for today?
I'm gonna go right out there, and I'm gonna say we're gonna put a performance in 4-0.
Yeah, I know you so well. I'm going to go 2-0. I knew you'd say outrageous. Richard's in the house. Big up, Richard says, hi, Kate and Jimbo. How are you all doing? You guys are a wonderful, loving, peaceful couple. Big up, Richard. Always lovely to see you. And you're always spreading the love, which is always nice. Kate, Pepe won matches for us, 12 million difference. He was a flop at Arsenal more so than Richie's been. I think if you compare, in fact, Ndombele was worse than Pepe, but I think it's harsh to say Richarlison has been a complete waste of money when he's come off the bench and won us games and he's contributed. He's called shit hours around the pitch. I don't hate him at all by any stretch. I just want better for my club.
Pepe was Ronaldo compared to Ndombele. Bloody hell, I took Pepe all day long. Ndombele is one of the biggest flops I've ever seen in football.
Jim, I'd have took Pepe Le Pew over Ndombele. Let's be fair. Richard, what a dream that'd be to have Haaland up front. That'd be nice. Yes, Ellie, I am drinking still Vimto. I just can't stop drinking it. It's my favourite. And like you say, everyone's got to stay hydrated here today. It's hot, and don't let yourself get dehydrated. Big up Adrian from Spurs Diehards at TTID, new channel with Ellie and Chang and EMF. So if you haven't gone over, go and hit the subscribe button for them, please. England lose 2-1. Interesting. Nothing would surprise me. Big up Raymond. Come on, you Gunners. Good to see you, sir. Afternoon, Ronnie. Lovely to see you. You honoured me with your love and fantastic comments. Nothing but love for the Queen. Not sure you are right on that, but I'll take the compliment. Phil P, you are the handsome one. Handsome in and handsome out. We all love Mr. Phil P, the Greek god that he is. Jimbo's in the building. He is. Neil says Ronnie.
Oh, no.
Tafar Shah's in the house. Just took the dogs for a walk early to avoid the heat. Flaked out now for a listen. It is so warm. I know I keep saying it, but this heat in this country is so hard to cope with without air conditioning, and it's so muggy. I was struggling to breathe yesterday. It's really close and too hot. Ellie says England and Denmark to qualify, and I'll celebrate with fish and chips and a nice Danish pastry. That sounds like my perfect dinner, to be fair. Boring draw by England. We love to play with Gareth Southgate. Yeah. Oh God, the sooner he goes, the better. Yes, Phil's feeling the love. I'm not delusional like Jim, so I'll just predict a Kane double hat trick. So 6-0 for Adrian. Big up, Adrian. Whatever happens, be interested. Interesting to see what happens. Elise's chosen to go to Bayern Munich. Bit of a bolt out the blue, that one. I didn't see it coming. I know this was a couple of days ago this came out, but obviously yesterday we had the 1 year birthday thing. What worries me now is Palace. First of all, Palace holding out, not wanting to sell Eze, but second of all, what worries me more than that is teams that wanted Elise, such as Manchester United, coming in hard for Eze. Tim, do you think this makes the Eze deal harder to do, or doesn't affect it?
I think with the Eze deal, well, I don't think it's much to do with Elise going. I think a lot to do with the Eze deal is you need to put a big chunk up front. I think he's about 68, isn't he? I think they want 50 or 60 up front. So I think that's what's going to make the deal hard. I don't see how a lot of clubs can do that. We could actually do it. You're right, Ben.
Yeah, Benny.
Well, actually, one of the clubs that probably could do it, but you got to remember that I think we've got something like 120, 130 in the kitty to spend, plus who are sold. Say we sell all our players and we get up to 180, 200. Are Tottenham going to lay out a massive chunk, 50 million in one go? I don't know. I mean, if I was in charge of Tottenham, it'd be happening straight away. If I was in charge of Tottenham, we would have bought him by now. But I don't know if Tottenham would do that. But look, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that this summer's going to show a new Levy, and he will go out and do some things unexpected. You know, I'll probably at the end of the window be saying same old shit, but let's hope that he does pull his finger out and lay out some big money for players. But I mean, I wouldn't hesitate with Eze because you're not going to get another Eze. So just stick the money down and buy the man. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, this is how I felt. I wanted it done before they went to the Euros. You know, they were training at the Spurs training ground. I thought it was a prime time. However, Palace might have said, let's wait till after because they want to see how he performs, puts money on the price, whatever. So there's that I agree with. But this is the sort of thing that concerns me, that Arsenal are now linked with him. What? However, sorry, can I just go to this one before I forget? There's a lot of teams that are, you know, in trouble with FFP, PSR, whereas Spurs obviously are not. I mean, what do you think? What's your thoughts?
Well, the thing is, it's in his contract, I think, that if someone meets the release clause, there's got to be, I think it's 50 up front, 50 or 60 up front. So whoever buys him is going to have to do that. Otherwise, he's not going because that's what they want. And they're the selling club and he's the man that people want. So they're going to have to match what's in it, what's in his clause. So what team? I mean, how many teams can afford to do that? We can afford to do it, but will we do it?
Yeah, exactly that. I think big up Phil. Mushroom soup's my favourite, but I don't think I could eat it in this heat. But you know, and Leo's in the house. Leo, big up Leo. Good to see you, legend. Much love to you, and Wilton as well. Big up to you. Eze is one of the players I think will be right for the club, but are they gonna play the money? $1 million question. Big up Chris Agambar.
Sorry, Chris. All right, Chris. I think we can afford to do it. There's no argument about it. But it's if they put that money up front, Kate. And I don't see there's many clubs that can do that. So it's a hard one. The way we can afford to spend hundreds of millions, but we won't. Yeah, that's the thing that worries me. Love Spurs. He likes to do it, doesn't he, Levy, and all these fucking 5p up front and pay 10p a month and all that shit. But I would just, if he wants us to move forward, like he says he does on the football side. We've got the money coming in now. They've got all the concerts, the boxing, the American football, the go-karts, this, that, and the other. Just pay the money and get the players in. You know, he's got to do it this window. Otherwise, it's just that we're going around in the same old circle.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian, we've talked about this many times, Jimbo. The transfer window opening the same day as the Euros. Absolutely bonkers idea. I don't know why. Who said it? It is the most ridiculous idea because all deals are being stalled by the Euros. I've just got no words for how bonkers it is. But
yeah,
at least everyone's in the same boat, I suppose, or everyone in Europe. We will get in. Palace are interested in Ketia so they can have him plus money. Well, the thing is with Eze, is he going to go to Arsenal? Probably only if he's guaranteed first team football. And will he get first team football at Arsenal? I mean, I don't know. Rumours are Palace would settle for 75% up front, so 50 mil. I mean, I think if Daniel Levy doesn't bring in Eze now, because of how strong we've been linked to him, there's going to be a bit of there's going to be a huge meltdown within the fan base, and I'll be one of them going absolutely bloody mad. Love Spurs, yeah, I hear you. Levy won't backhand with the likes of Eze, and I will be here to see you turn on Levy finally. Listen, I've turned on Levy many times, but I'm always one of these people who says one more chance. But this is his last chance saloon.
It's not. Look, it's not so much of giving him a last chance, right? I've looked at the bigger picture of Tottenham, and I've seen what he's done to the club financially, in the sense of he's built us into a proper football club in bringing money in, and what he's done to the club. But look, at the end of the day, we are a football club, right? And we support the team, so he needs to spend money on the team. And I've let things go because I can see where we're heading. And now we've reached the destination now, right? The money's coming in. There's no excuses no more for not buying the players, because when you read the reports, and I listen to Sean when he talks about the financial side of it, we're making massive money, and we've kept in the rules of FFP and is it PPS? Is it
PSR?
PSR. We've kept in all these rules, so we are a club that can go out and show what we can do, you know, in the market now. So he needs to do it now. He needs to now say, right, I've done this, I've done that, what I wanted to do. This was my long-term project, and we're coming to like 90% of it. I know he's got a bit more he wants to do, but we've got money coming in now, hand over fist, and it's time for me to back the football team. And if he doesn't back the football team this summer, right, I will be fucking devastated. Sorry to swear, but I will be, because it's the time now. This is the time to make us a proper football team on the pitch. And at the end of the day, right, I am a bit more patient than a lot of people, and I could see the bigger picture. But now is the time to back this club with players.
Yeah, the thing is, let's say worst case scenario, let's say Levy doesn't backhand and we get Marcus Edwards, Carl Walker-Peters, and some other mush, Jonathan David or someone more average, and we're two of the people that go, right, that's it, Levy's got to go. Is he really going to go? No. Are there going to be big protests outside the stadium? No. You know, because as football fans, this guy's a businessman with so much money, obviously. So if he doesn't want to leave, I don't think there's anything the fans can do to get him out. But not only that, our fan base is so diverse because we've got obviously a lot of Korean fans, and they're not really bothered about the chairman. They come over to see Sonny and the team. So I don't think there's enough of the fans that will go out and protest to actually make the difference to try and get Levy out. I don't know if you disagree with that, Jim.
Well, I think to myself that there's a lot of fans like myself, right, that have made excuses, and it's not so much excuses. I think is I could see a bigger picture happening at Tottenham, things changing. But as I just said a minute ago, it is at the end of that road now. So it is time to back the team. So if he doesn't back the team this summer, I will want him gone. And I will take a chance on a new chairman, because always sometimes you think, is the grass going to be greener? But if he doesn't show this summer, right, that he's interested in the football club and buy us the players we want, and then it would have lost me completely. Because at the end of the day, we are a football team and we do want to win things. And I think that us fans have been patient long enough with hello Bobby, you all right, mate?
Big up, Bobby.
With not winning trophies, you know, to win one trophy in 24 years for Tottenham. Me being a Tottenham fan for over 50 years, I've seen so many good times, and I want to see them again. You know, I'm not going to fucking live forever, so I want to see some more trophies before I go on to the next world. And he's got to do it now. He has to. There's nothing to stop him now. He can't say I'm building a stadium. He can't say I'm doing this. He can't say I'm doing that. We're spending money here, there. You know, he's done it all now, right? And it's time now to make us into a proper football team.
Sorry, I was just chewing a Starburst. Love Spurs. I've never ridiculed and laughed at any protesters. However, I do think I admire them. I do admire these people that go and do it, but having 200, 300, 400, even 1,000 people on Tottenham High Road saying Levy out is not going to get Levy out. And if everyone stopped going, it wouldn't. Well, no one would stop going, because there'll always be other people to take up the tickets. I just feel, and I know people will say, well, if everyone feels like that, nothing would change in the world. Obviously, that you could go back to people that have protested for years and things have changed. I just don't see the protests being effective in this instance. But as I say, I respect massively the likes of Brian Daigle, who organises them, is very passionate about it. I just think in big business these days, if I was Daniel Levy, I mean, imagine if I wasn't a big Tottenham fan, because if I was Daniel Levy, I'd do things well different. But if I was just a businesswoman like Karen Brady and I took over Spurs and earning all this money, I wouldn't care if there was thousands of people outside my office. I would think, end.
Yeah, but the difference is, Kate, right, is you're passionate about the team. This is what, when you say about people not going and people not buying merchandise, it's very hard, right? If you're very, very passionate about your club, right, not to watch them on Sky or not to go and watch them live, because you love the club, and you tend to forget on match day. You tend to forget the shit that's happening behind the scenes, right? You just want to support your club, you know, and see them win. And even when we had like some real crap times, like there was a period last season where we were going through some shit, we're still, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of fans that still go and support their team, and the stadiums were still packed because we want to see them win, you know. And it's just the way it is. You can't help it. It's like a drug, you know. It's like an addiction, supporting your club, you know. Like for me, Tottenham is my addiction, you know. I just love the club. I just want to see them win, and I want to see them do well. And look, what did someone just put about Daigle taking shit? You know,
the likes of Brian Taker have taken abuse.
Yeah, but he shouldn't take shit. He shouldn't take shit, because I've always said, I understand. Me and Brian are friends, and we've had a lot of chats. I understand his stance. 100%, I understand his stance. I just don't choose to go down that road. Go down that road at that time. But to say, would I change? Yes, I would change, because I love my club and I want the best for my club. So this is why I say to you, this summer is huge in my perspective. That if he doesn't back Ange, then he can F right off as far as I'm concerned, because he's got no more excuses. There's no more I'm building an empire for Tottenham and the fans. I'm building the stadium. I'm going to make us one of the most sustainable clubs in the world. That's finished now. You can't use that no more, because he's done it. We're there.
Yeah.
So now's the time to back him. But as far as people like Brian and the others that go, I understood their stance all along. I've said that from day one. I've never diverted from that. You know, I wouldn't sit here and say they're idiots for doing it or they shouldn't do it, because they support the club, they spend money, they've got a right to do it.
Yeah. Big up, Angus. Good to see you, lovely. Hope you're doing well. People need to wise up. If nobody's offering to buy Spurs, it's Levy in. Pointless argument. Yeah, exactly that, Chris. We all want Levy out, but if no one wants to buy the club, what then? You're going to have a club that's owned by no one? You know, you've got to be realistic. Big up, Graham. Spurs GCTV. Hope you are well. Designed to win, big up to you. So the problem is Levy is not the owner, he is only the chairman. Lewis would not give him any money last time he asked for it. We currently have 300 million of outstanding transfer fees to pay off. Yeah, I mean, Joe Lewis has transferred it over to his grandchildren, I believe. But however, I'm sure he is the one pulling the strings. I think people forget that Levy is only the chairman. He isn't the owner of the club. He gets in. He comes in for every bit of hate and abuse, which I get, but as you say, he is only the chairman. Adrian, this was broken by Jose about 45 minutes ago, I think. No, about half hour ago. So, but thank you for that. Jim, go on. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I watched I watched a video the other day of I can't remember who it was, of somebody. They were a reporter, and they said there was deals that we lost, and they said it wasn't because of Levy, it was because of Joe Lewis.
Yeah, you said that to me.
Yeah, and that Joe Lewis stopped Levy doing a few things.
One of them was Carlos Tevez, wasn't it?
Yeah, that Levy took the shit for, but he was ordered what to do. So I don't know how true that is. I don't know, or it's only what I saw.
I think we should all be more like Jim and Dago, on different sides of the arguments, but welcoming and friendly to other people's point of view. Huge love. Yeah, exactly. I get it. I understand both sides, and I would never diss anybody's opinion one way or the other. I
class Brian as a good friend. Me and him talk a lot privately, and I've got a lot of respect for the man, and I've got a lot of respect for his views as well, because he's a bit like me. He doesn't divert on what he believes in, and I don't care what people say to me. I believe in what I believe in, and he's the same. But I can sit back and listen to him and think, you know what, he's right on this, he's right on that, and so I can 100% see his point of view. But just because I don't choose to go down that road at that time doesn't mean that he's wrong.
Yeah. Angus, I've just seen your message, so I've Googled if there's any news. It says Guirassy could end up making a cut price move to Arsenal this summer, with Sky Sports Germany indicating the Gunners have... Hang on. Oh, it's all... Oh, no, it's coming back. Talk amongst yourselves. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I just see Love Spurs put... I didn't... Let me put that. You can get the others back after. I didn't mean anyone on this channel view. Yeah, we knew that. Love Spurs.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, the Gunners have apparently been given the green light to move on Guirassy, with interest from England, Italy, and Germany. That's one bit of news. He scored 28 goals in the Bundesliga last season, so interesting. Also, apparently, Arsenal, along with Chelsea, Spurs, and someone from Saudi, are all interested in Jonathan David, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. But that's all the news that's out at the minute, Angus. It's all news and rumours, let's be fair.
Sorry, Kate, I lost your spot for you.
That's all right. I'll be happy to have Levy out of football decisions. Just give credit. He seems to be stepping back and letting people make the decisions. That's how I feel. Get him away from the football.
Yeah, that's what he needs to move away from the football and let football people do football things. But the thing is that worries me, right, is if he goes and we get someone else in, I just look at some of the other clubs, some of their chairmen, and I think, you know what, I would rather Levy than them. It scares me sometimes. When I think of could we get people like the Glazers? I suppose at least they spend money, but I don't know. But look, it's a good club. Whoever buys the club, Tottenham Hotspur to me is one of the greatest clubs in the world. Right, I will never divert from that. We are just a fantastic club, a fantastic fan base. We've got everything in place now. For someone to come and buy this club, everything's there for them. They can concentrate on the football, because everything's done. Levy's done everything to make this club a great club. On the money side of things, it's just the football side of things we're lacking. So it would be lovely to get a football person by it. Someone like me or some of these people in the chat, if they had the money, someone who loves the club to buy the club and say, right, everything's done. I can concentrate on the football and make them one of the best football teams in the world.
Angus, we were actually just talking about this just before you came in. If Eze signs for Arsenal, is he guaranteed first team football, or would it be on a rotational basis? I mean, what do you think? Because I have seen that they're interested in him.
I lost you there. Sorry, say that again.
No, I asked Angus if Eze did sign for Arsenal, would he get first team football, or would he be a rotational player?
Well, I think that anybody goes to Arsenal, they're going to be a rotational player with the team they got. I don't think anyone's. There's maybe one or two that are guaranteed first team football.
Yeah, he's put depends. Yeah, because I mean, would he be a rotational player, say for someone like Saka? Because if he signed for a team like Spurs, although you're obviously far more attractive than Spurs at the minute with Champions League, you're in a better position. He knows he's going to walk in and play, in my opinion, anyway. But it'd be interesting. There's a lot of teams in for Eze, so it'd be interesting to see where he goes. On that other note, I just mentioned, I mean, I'm not a lover of Jonathan David. I think he's average. I don't think he's any better than Richarlison. I think he's on par. Jim, you've been watching a lot of him, and I know you've kind of changed your stance on him a little bit.
Well, I've been, because we've been talking about him, when we start getting really linked to a player, I start watching videos, and I know everyone says, well, you can't really go by that, but I've been starting watching videos of him, and I tell you what, he scores goals from everywhere. He's got every trick in the book. He's strong. He scores goals, tap-ins. He scores long goals. I mean, his movement in the box is fantastic, and no one can say. And I watched his movement in the box, and he seems to be like Kane, the right place, the right time. Lot of rebounds that come out or hit the post that come out. He seems to be there to knock them in. So if we get him, I won't be one of these people thinking, "Oh my God, why have we bought him?" Because he looks like he can play football to me.
I don't rate him at all. I don't think he has got I don't think his step up in the Premier League. I don't think he's that good.
Look,
I think he looks good because he's in average leagues.
That's another story, right? What I've watched of him, he looks good, but if he steps up and can do it, I don't know. But I tell you something, he's definitely got a football brain on him. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, different people. Like Real Gooner says, I wouldn't sign him for you, let alone us. That's how I feel. I will be devastated if we sign Jonathan David. I'm not going to lie. And if we do, I hope I'm wrong. I know Bobby says it's because I don't like Canadians. Nothing to do with where he comes from. I just don't think he's very good. He's average. Yeah, he is average. But then Richarlison's average, so why bother? Big up, Paddy. Good to see you, my lovely. And GBC fans in the house, good to see you too. Guna says after a few games you'd want your money back. That's how I think. I think that as well.
So you're right. It's a big thing being in the lower leagues that they're in, and then coming to us. But all I can say is what I see.
Yeah. Everybody sees things different. I agree. I've seen YouTubers absolutely say they would hate him like me. I've seen other YouTubers like Sean who actually like him. So, and you. Everybody sees things different. All I know is whoever comes, I hope they do well, whether I like them or not. Good morning, you angry little pot carrying tosser. That's so funny. Werner's better than David. Wow. I definitely don't bloody want him then. David was unimpressive against Argentina. Saying that, Vlahovic has looked totally uninspiring in this tournament. Nothing about his performances says to me that I want him at my club. But There you go. Yes, Jim's six-pack on show there. Look at that. That really isn't Luka Modric. That's Jimbo there, just in case anyone's wondering. I'm not sure if David or Jimenez is right for us at the minute. No, I kind of agree. I think if we're going to get a striker in, I'm scared about Tony because I'm reading a lot that there's a lot of rumours on social media and from reports saying that the Premier League could be looking to punish him further, but I don't know why, and I don't know if it's true. And imagine if you lay out all that money on an Ivan Toney and he gets banned again, you might as well have just thrown the money down the drain. So
if he hasn't done any more gambling, they can't add.
Yeah, but that might be something that, no, but Jim, what I'm saying is they might know something that is going on. Sometimes when these rumours start spreading, there's something in the background.
Punished. Leave the man alone now. God.
But I don't know who the answer is for our strikers. I don't want Solanke. Yeah, it is utterly garbage. We had the best striker in the world and we've let him go, and I just don't know how on earth we're gonna replace him or find someone.
I read a story about that as well, Kate. I read that. All right, Daniel. I read that Kane was willing to stay, but he said he'd sign a year contract and see how we did under Ange, and then leave the next year. But they want him to sign 3 years, and he wouldn't. That's what I read. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have kept him the extra year and just give him a year contract than let him go.
Bloody right. Good afternoon, Paul Connor. Long time no see. Hope you're well. Says, have you noticed as soon as we get linked, so do Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, list goes on. I don't think we see any transfers till after the Euros and we'll see things move quickly. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Jimbo was like, I think Ange has got his transfers and we'll get them in within the first 10 days of the window. Jimbo, how you getting on?
Yeah, well, you got to give me a bit of leeway there because I forgot about the Euros. And if I'd have known about the Euros, I wouldn't have said that if I would have remembered. But I forgot about the Euros. But it's ludicrous that the window opened the same day as the Euros started. I mean, why they just didn't change it to the end of the season is, I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me.
Angus, you're linked with David again today. It's all over Sky Sports. I think the market is that bad that people are just grabbing what they can. 50 million for Nketiah, I won't give you 50p. He's bloody useless. David's had 2 good seasons in France, but we're cursed with players from the French league. Nkudu, NG, Ndombele. No more players with a surname beginning with N. That's so true. We don't have much luck with the French league, do we? Let's be fair. I hope we don't get David, but we'll see. This is an interesting one. PSG have come out and said that they want Romero along with Real Madrid, amongst others. Now, funny thing is, call me a conspiracy theorist, if you will, but I went on the Spurs shop today, just looking, as I do sometimes, and there's loads of Romero stuff that's been half-priced. Is there any truth in the fact that Romero is wanted by these clubs such as Real Madrid, PSG? Is there a chance he could be going? And this is why there's half-price Romero T-shirts on the website. Also, there's been links with Guy, however you say his name, and Alistair Gold's come out and said that should Romero go, he will be the one that we bring in. I mean, sometimes I think there's no smoke without fire, but obviously when the transfer window's open, there's always surprise deals. Joey Barton was the one who came in here and told us months ago that he's going to Real Madrid. It was only today when I saw those half-price T-shirts and I said about it to Jimbo, Jim, can you seriously see Romero going, or do you think it's all paper talk?
Well, Joey Barton, who comes in here, said months and months ago, didn't they? That he was going. Yeah, that was Joey. That was Joey Barton that come in here. Love Spurs. I don't know. I don't know, Kate, but it's very strange when you told me this morning that all this stuff had been dropped in price. But look, let's be honest, right? If we get a fantastic price for him, I would let him go. We've got the Dragon now, right? Bring in another. And I also read if we sell Romero, they're just going to go straight in and give the money for Gay.
Gay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy, I don't know how you say his name.
Was it Guy in it?
I think it's Guy, yeah.
That's what I read. That if he goes, that they're going to go in straight away and just pay the price for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we get offered like top money for him, I would let him go.
I mean, yeah, if we could get 200 mil or something ridiculous, I'd let him go as well.
You won't get
Adrian
200 mil.
Romero has 3 years left on his contract and is going nowhere. Madrid have spent all their money and are looking for a young, cheaper centre back. Yeah, I mean,
They can have Rode on.
The same with my club. For some reason, if Madrid come calling, say goodbye to any player. Yeah, Saliba is another one they really like. Big up, Stu. Good to see you. It's 65 million Palace want for Guy. That is why we would only go for him should Romero leave. I mean, like I say, it's probably just coincidence. It's last season stuff and they're just selling off. But it was only the Romero stuff that was cheap. So I was like, conspiracy theory, hat on. I've got to tell Jim. But we'll see. Kate, one T-shirt, one scarf, half the price. The same Son T-shirt was half the price, but it's now sold out. See, conspiracy theory gone. Okay, I didn't know that. They only had Romero on there. Okay, see, Ronnie's dismissed the theory. I mean, I would be surprised. I think Romero and Van der Ven have established a very, very, very good partnership, which is only going to get better. But we'll see. Personally, I don't see him going because it'd have to be some outrageous offer to get him out of the club. And a lot of teams abroad haven't got that sort of money, as we know. Yeah, this is true as well. Madrid have as much money as the government want to give them.
Yeah.
How true is that?
They never seem to run out of money, do they?
No. Apparently, Tottenham have moved into pole position to sign Feyenoord defender Lutz Geertruida, who has apparently been heavily linked with Liverpool, but he apparently, I'm going to say apparently 1,000 times here, but he apparently has said he wants to come to Spurs, apparently. I don't know much about him. I don't know if you do, Jim, but that was a bit of news that I saw this morning. Let me just find out. But yeah, apparently, I don't know why, but he said that he would rather come to Spurs, whether it is because we're London or whether it's just another load of old nonsense in the newspapers. I don't know. Let's have a little look, see what it says. Just to let everyone know, 1 week today, so next Tuesday at 12, Mickey Hazard will be back on the show for a special. We're going to do an end of season review with Mickey. We're going to speak about England, and we're also going to look at his ask for his views on what's going to happen next year, who he wants to see us bring in, and just have a bit of a chat with Mickey. So yeah, next Tuesday at 12, make sure you join us. It says he's a professional footballer who plays for Feyenoord and also the Netherlands national team. So he would have been playing probably in Euros. I've just not seen him. Yeah, I mean, he looks all right from his stats. But as I say, it could all be another load of paper talk. I don't know. But apparently we are the ones in pole position. What else have we got comments-wise? Sorry, I've lost my place. There we go. Kate, that means they're selling Son too. Sorry, ain't going nowhere. He'll have a new deal soon. VDV will leave before Romero. Please don't even say it. Don't think it. I can't bear that thought. He's only just got here. I could see Romero moving on, but not this season. Yeah, me too. I agree. I prefer Solanke as opposed to Tony. Comparable numbers, no baggage, cheaper and younger. What's that noise, Jim? Is the telly on?
No, it's not here.
I think I'm echoing.
I can't hear you echoing.
Oh, maybe. I think it was the fan. Eze, please come to Spurs so I say to Theo, thanks. In the past 10 years, how much have Madrid spent on transfers? No idea. A lot. It's pronounced Geertruida. Oh, right. There's me saying Gertrude, basically. Oh my God, more chance of signing Gertrude from the Magic Roundabout. Exactly that. Let me just go in my settings.
You're giving your age away, love Spurs. If you remember the Magic Roundabout, because I remember the Magic Roundabout when I was a kid.
I don't know why I can hear my voice a little bit. Here, Trowder be useful because he can play right back like Porro, but also centre back. Other clubs doing ruthless tapping out, but I'm sure Paratici's cooking. Big monster Iranian defender linked. Annie Trothwell. Let's see. I don't know who that is, and I don't know if that's a jokey name. I would take Here Trowder over Vanderson, Archie Gray. Get Here Trowder. What a stupid name. Is he doggy Mark 2, but plays on the right back central defender and 6. Wow. Can't wait to catch up with that Chelsea legend. Boo.
We will ask him. We will ask him. I'm a real gooner, right? When he comes on the show, if he's a Chelsea legend or a Spurs legend, and we'll see what he has to say.
Yeah, I think, Jim, I'm going to have to mute you when I talk because we can hear me through you. So I've muted you. 200 million. Is that all? Wow. I know I have the Magic Roundabout theme tuning. Oh, I now have the Magic Roundabout. Jimbo, were you in the cricket team that formed Spurs in 1882?
Not far off it.
Big up Arnie Slot. Call him Gertie. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to call him. Any trophy. Oh, any trophy will do. I knew it wasn't right. I just couldn't work out what the name was. Magic Roundabout for Jim is when Kate's driving new car around local roundabout and screams, Tim's! Real Batiste are working to sign Giovanni Lo Celso. Defender? Since when's Gio been a defender? Good old N.A., yeah. See, I knew you was doing something. I just couldn't work out what the name was. But that's all the real news I've got today. Obviously, the England game tonight. We already know we're through. If we don't win the group, which I think Jim said we only need a draw for, then we will be playing Germany next on Saturday night. But I expect us to win the group now, which will mean that we've got those other 3, Austria, someone and someone. So that will be interesting. Jim, is there anything you wanted to add? I said we was only doing an hour today because obviously it's so hot. I want to get in that swimming pool. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about or say? Big up, Jessica.
I just hope, you're right, Jessica. I just hope that we really come out this summer smiling as Spurs fans because we do. We deserve it. I think we've suffered so much over the last few years that we deserve a bit of happiness. Let's go into next season with a bit of hope of picking up a trophy, and it's all going to depend on who we buy. So let's get Levy to get his fucking hand in his pocket and spend some money.
Yeah. I mean, Jim, I will say this. I did hear Dave Irish Hotspur talking about it yesterday on his fan show. They've set the price tag of Pierre Højbjerg at £20 million. And apparently, I didn't know. I heard it, like I say. A lot of fans have come out and said they think it's too much. A lot of fans have come out and said they think it's not enough. Do you think that's about right? Do you think
I think that's about right. Look. In the right system, he's a good player. He does well under Mourinho and under Conte. He done well. So for one of them to buy him, I think 20 million is not out of the way, not at all. So I think that's about right for him. But I think that people are putting too much of a high price tag on Emerson. What's that, Jim? Did you fancy Mary? But your best mate Joseph married her instead. She was impressed. The fact he had a donkey.
What's Emerson's price tag?
Well, they're pricing him around 20, 25, aren't they? I mean,
yes.
I think the 15 is the max for Emerson, and I think 20 is good for Højbjerg. If we get 35 for both, I think that's about right.
See, I would put Emerson at about 17, and I would put Højbjerg a bit more than. I mean, we saw him playing for Denmark. In front of goal, he was terrible, but his defensively was sound. He was solid. In a Mourinho type or a Conte type system, he is excellent at tightening up the defence. I think 20 million is a bargain. I don't think that's expensive for him. I think we could hold out for a bit more. However, I'd rather them sell him for 20 million and get rid of him than have him and not really want him, if that makes sense.
Well, the thing is, Kate, you're only going to get for a player what someone's going to pay for him. So if people are offering around about that mark, just take it and get him out of the club. You know, to me, you will only get what for something that people are willing to pay for it. If he could be worth, look, we paid 60 for Richie, but we're never going to get 60 back. We're only going to get what people think that he's worth, and that's going to be, if we're lucky, around the 30 million mark. So I think that's about the right price at 20.
Yeah.
And
big up early Jaws. Angus has asked.
Phil's funny today. You're on it, Phil.
He's on one. What position do you think Arsenal need to fill this summer?
Striker, and striker. And if they get rid of, they've got rid of Partey, ain't they? Maybe another one in that midfield, but a striker, 100%. I mean, look, if they'd have had a top striker last season, I'm convinced they would have won the league.
But as I keep saying, they did score 91 goals.
Yeah, but a top striker would have given them extra goals they needed. You know, they lost by 2 points. It's 2 points, one more game. You know,
a manager, says Dragon D's nuts. I think Arsenal need to get another winger as well. I think Saka's overused. I think they need to get another winger.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If we get Gyökeres or Osimhen, we win the league. I don't rate Osimhen as highly as some. I'm sorry, and I think he's so overpriced. But I think you need another winger, because otherwise you're going to wear Saka into the ground. It's as easy as that. But of course, yes, Arteta has said they don't need a striker. But then again, Ange did say we don't need a set piece coach. So what can we say? I mean, thoughts on Nico Williams. This is why I think he's phenomenal.
He didn't say that, Kate. He didn't say that.
Oh, come on then.
He didn't say we didn't need a set piece coach. He said it wasn't his priority at the minute. He had other priorities.
Well, it should bloody be a priority.
Rome wasn't built in a day, darling.
I think Nico Williams is a absolutely fantastic prospect. I think he is such a good player. However, I do think there's so many teams that want him. It's going to be hard, but whoever gets him is getting an absolute superstar, in my opinion. But there we go. Ronnie agrees with you, Jimbo. Arsenal are a top forward away from winning the lot.
Yeah.
Do you know
100%.
What? I like I say, I totally agree. However, I do think they do need. Look at City. We were talking yesterday, Jim. They've got their second team, as in their subs bench, if you like, is as good as their first team, near enough. That is what Arsenal need.
We and Kate talk football all the time. And I said to Kate, we were sitting down having a cup of tea, and I said to Kate, name me another club in the Premier League that have got a second team like City.
Big up, Lala.
And there's not, is there?
No.
This is why yesterday I said that if it's down to Arsenal and City, I want Arsenal to win it. Sorry, but I do. I'm sick of City winning everything. They're just what they're getting away with is criminal. You know, they've got two teams. They could put their second team in and fight for the league.
Yeah. The thing is, Bobby, I hear what you're saying with this comment. This is a comment, obviously, that we all see a lot. They've had opportunities to win things. You cannot throw that on the board when we get to a Champions League final and the likes of Kane, Eriksen, you know, all these top players fail to turn up. You can't blame them for that. The finals we've got in, and our players have just literally bottled it. I think that's really an unfair way to look at it.
No.
He's made lots of mistakes. The board have made a lot of mistakes. They failed to back Poch when they should have backed him. However, there was the stadium costs. But when we get to a final and we don't win, for me, that isn't on the board. Go on, Jim, what was you going to say?
Look, the Spurs thing, you're right. We have been in positions to win things, and the players have let us down. But the board has let the club down in a lot of sense. What's this, Jim? I love you, but Jesus above. No Spurs fan when Arsenal to win anything. Can fire him down the stairs again for saying that. They have made a lot of mistakes. We've been in positions where we just needed to add a few more players to make us piss off. We we've been in a position where we could have bought 2 or 3 players and would have pushed us on even further, and they haven't done it. So we can't sit here and say they've not made huge mistakes, because they have. But it's a two-way thing, isn't it? We have had chances and not took them, but the board have let us down. So
it is, Bobby. I get this statement as well, but if they're good enough to get us to the final, why aren't they good enough to win it? Isn't it just a case of we've got a bottle job mentality at our club? We do lose our arseholes when we get to a final. I don't think there's any debate in that. And do you know what? I'm not even sure if a lot of that doesn't come from the top and the fact that top 4 has always been a priority. Kane might actually be cursed, and now he's gone. The next final we get to, we win. I don't know, but I just think if you're good enough to get to the final, you're good enough to win the final. But there's always an argument and a counter argument for every side of it, in my opinion. Unfortunately, Arsenal are still short of winning the title. Their recruitment needs to be better. Only Rice was the difference last season. They need top players to be title challengers. Yeah, I do agree. Bobby, look at how many finals we've got to. Levy was not up front yesterday. He is neglected at times, but we can't blame him for everything. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're jealous of how good teams we are, and it absolutely pains you. It does. I am well jealous of how good Arsenal are, and I am well jealous that you're sort of in the position you're in. However, I do believe we can get there if Levy does back the manager, and that's all. It's always the $1 million question: will he do it? Big up, James. Good to see you.
The thing is we've got Ange, right? If he's going to produce the football, we'll see. Where's the real Jimbo? We'll see this season, right? But he's going to need to be backed. But he's got a winning mentality. He wants to win trophies. We know that. So it's all down to now if they back him.
Yeah, I agree. Remember, we have Julian Timber back as well. Yep, good player. Where is Jimbo? It's like where's Wally, but it's where's Jimbo. Chris Andre says, personally not jealous of Arsenal. They've built what they've built over the last 5 years. Fair play. Exactly. I do agree. Real Jimbo. Oh my God, why can't I speak? Real Jimbo is mooching about Skeggy for potential snooker investment. How long has it taken Arsenal to get where they are? Fans wanted Arteta out 2 seasons ago. Time's needed with Ange, and if Levy doesn't back him, then a lot more fans will turn on him, us included. Big up, Jess, one of the hardest working people on YouTube. Good to see you, my lovely. Hope you're well. Did Jim go on the terrace or something? What's happened to him? We want Jim back. TMC legends. You were right the first time, Kate. Where's Joking Jimbo? Where's Wally? Yeah. Where's Wally? Yeah, I mean, this is we say this every year. I hear myself say it every year. Maybe not always on YouTube, but it is a massive window for Spurs. It's going to set the tone, not of the ambition of Ange, not of the ambition of the players. It sets the tone of the ambition of the club, of the ambition of the owners, the chairman, the board, whatever. as to what happens from here on in. I hope we do invest wisely and back him, but I'm still on the fence as to whether I think we will. Time will tell, I suppose. Pardon me. But obviously for tonight, England, doesn't really matter if we win or lose. Well, as long as we don't lose, it doesn't matter if we win or draw. But it'd be nice to win and get, like I say, magnificent Modric to go through, because otherwise that's a way to bow out. This Jimbo can piss off down the empty crates. What was you going to say, Jim?
I'm putting £1 on 4-0.
It's a massive window for Arsenal as well. Hopefully soon we'll hear some news on Arteta and Raya. Yeah. I think Arsenal, if they give Arteta a new contract, is a little bit premature. Because what if he has a crap season and you're further away from the title this year? You know, how long are you going to give him before you say, look, you ain't won nothing, you've got to go? And I know there's the counter argument of, well, who's going to come in? But I don't know. I just think give him to the end of his season, let him see his contract out, and then maybe negotiate a new deal if he's done enough. I don't know. But yeah, please smash the like button. Tomorrow we've got a good show. Tomorrow we've got 12 o'clock again. We have Jack Knicky from the Irish Hotspur coming on. Never been on the channel before, amazingly. He's coming on with Jimbo and I to talk Spurs, which will be nice because we love Jack. And I don't know how he's never been on, but he hasn't. We have got Queries and Theories on Thursday as well with Amelia. No show Friday, but like I say, Monday there'll be a show. And Tuesday we've got Mickey Hazard back on the channel. So exciting times the next few days. Do you think Crystal Palace will sell Eze? Yes, I do. There's a gentleman's agreement so he can go. He's got a release clause. So, yeah, I really do think they will. All the love Kate gives Arsenal is rubbed off on Jim. Save Jim and his soul. Hassan's in the house. Jim's #1 fan. Big up Hassan. Do you think Arteta is worth the new contract and the 12.5 million wages? Oh, you're asking Angus, sorry. Angus said the board absolutely loves Arteta and Josh loves him. Stan, I ain't got a clue. Yeah, Jack is a top man. Such a nice guy. So, yeah, he's getting up extra early. I think it's 7 a.m. for him to come on the show tomorrow. So, big up the Elise deal is done by all accounts. Yeah, exactly it is. Stop it, Angus. Stop it. Big up Luton Dan. Not seen you for a little while. Hope you're well. Says much love and well done for 12 months. Thank you very much. That year has literally flown by so bloody quick. It's unbelievable. I've had to mute Jimbo again because I can hear the echo. Yeah, just incredible that it's been a year. I am just looking now before we finish the show just to see if there's any breaking news. Obviously, Conor Gallagher. Yeah, look, Chelsea have held talks with the representatives of Lille striker Jonathan David, another team that apparently in for him. Good, let them have him. That's what I say. Not really anything else going on in the Premier League. Samuel Illing Jr. will undergo medical tests as Aston Villa player on Tuesday. I swear to God, Aston Villa's kit every year looks more and more like West Ham's. I know they're the same colour, but they just look so similar. Nottingham Forest have signed Eric Da Silva Moreira, whoever that is. Yeah, nothing really about the Premier League. As I said, Paul Modric looks like... Oh, my God, Ashley Young signed a new deal at Everton till June 25. He seems to have been in football forever, isn't it, Jim?
I didn't get any of that. I totally lost you.
Ashley Young has just signed a contract extension at Everton till 2025. I said he seems to have been in the Premier League forever.
Do you know what? I don't think I can remember when he wasn't there, and I go back years. He's just been about forever.
Yeah, I can't quite believe that, but there you go. Yeah, come and chill in the pool with us, Phil. Not been on his mum, not been well after losing brother last year. It's a scary world. Big love to you, Luke Dan. You know where we are if you need to reach out. You've got my I think we're friends on Facebook. So yeah, always know where we are here if you need us. You know why, Kate? Everywhere we go, they all want to be massive. Stop it, bloody hammers. Yeah, hope your mum gets better soon, Dan. Really do. I think that's it for today. All the transfer news has been covered. England's been covered. Yeah, join us tomorrow. Like I say, 12 o'clock. We've got Jack Nicky on from the Irish Hotspur. And don't forget the members. Have a look at the community page, the members giveaway. If a rival wins, I will sort you out another prize. Do not panic. I will not force an Arsenal fan to have a Tottenham picture unless they particularly want it. The year is 2132. Ashley Young signs 1 year extension. Levy collects another bonus. Protests continue to remove Levy, who is now 237. Another reason as well he would sign for us, he was at the same school as Saka and Smith Rowe. Yeah, but his family have got very close ties with Tottenham, Eze. So enjoy your day early doors. Mustafi's just announced he's retired. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone that's watched. Please make sure you hit the like button. It does help the channel. I will be doing more content now. It's just been a bit crazy. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, and join us tomorrow, like I say, Talking Spurs with Jack. What's this fun fact? At the Bang Bang, when the universe started, there was nothing before except Jimbo and Ashley Young. Poor old Jimbo, 62 in a couple of weeks. Bless him, poor old boy. Big up, Angus. Take care of yourself. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. Stay safe. Make sure you all stay hydrated on the old Vimto or the water or whatever you're drinking. Put your sun cream on and enjoy this sunshine. And we'll see you tomorrow. As always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.